We're starting off the day and it's 58 degrees out there.
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not going to like it when it's 85 degrees, though.
Yeah, we'll probably actually have to turn the air conditioner on today.
I think so. Hi. Good morning. Hi. You doing good? There you go. I just give you a chance to talk because your little soft meow is so nice. Sounds so pretty. Girly. Wow, I'm out here in short sleeves this morning and it really is that warm. All the kitties are good. I blew the parking pad yesterday and the boardwalk when we sat on the bench because I had to blow the bench off. But man, there's pollen down in the water. This is what I come out to this time of year. There's a bunch of junk in the water and not caused by raccoons. Let me get that cleaned up. Tex is doing good. He stayed up top again. What a miracle, buddy. Good morning. It's my good boy. And Don will be trying to fit in Wash and Ruby before the meetup Sunday. There's a Tesla meetup Sunday at the Cary Supercharger again. Good morning, Panther. Hey, bud. Hi. Hi. Oh. Good boy. Hey, Stripey. Mom be back home in a little while. Good morning, Ruby. As you can see, the sky's a lot brighter this morning and a lot prettier today. I like it. I like it for a Friday. Pretty smooth this morning. We're on target for 7:26, so that's good. Johnny's got early release with a 2:10 pickup today, so the turnaround back to the school will be a little shorter than a typical Friday, which is usually 2:15. But it is Friday. It's a great day to get out early. It's going to be beautiful here. The pretty sunrise color was fleeting, but still very much enjoyed this morning. Not a Rivian this morning. It's a Toyota at that house. Huh. I sure hope they kept the Rivian. Well, my stretching this morning at St. Monica's involved reshuffling everything in the back lower trunk of Ruby. And it's all tucked away nicely again. You may have noticed some stuff back there. We were looking for an umbrella at UNC Charlotte, and we just needed to restow it. It would still be better if I took it all out and probably removed the jacket and a couple of towels and vacuumed and re-put it all in, but it's at least all stowed. There's one stack of bags back there I don't plan to keep in the car. I had accumulated too many reusable bags. So at any point, I'm glad that's done. And I did get a little chilly out there at 62 and no jacket this morning. But it's all good now. I'm back in Ruby. I'm gonna drive to the house. It's like 7:45, so it didn't take too long to refold and stow everything properly. Hey, Donnie.
Hey there.
I asked if we could go walk at the North Carolina Museum of Art this morning. They have a lot of outdoor sculptures and a really nice trail out there. A little too hot for right in the middle of the summer, but should be fine for today. So
I don't know. It's supposed to be 88 today. That sounds pretty warm to me.
yeah, but it's only 65 right now. I'm not asking you to go at 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
But wear your hat.
Yeah, I won't wear my hat. That's fine.
Look at the wisteria here. With so many construction zones around town, I swear it feels like the whole world is one big construction site some days. We're getting pretty close to the art museum now. It looks down on this part of US 1 440 Beltline, where part of the construction zone is, the little pedestrian bridge that goes overhead. So we're gonna end up having something just short of 2 hours by the time we park to get over to Johnny's school, and we'll just set a alarm. Figure we'll look in the parking lot the time over to the school, which can't be more than 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll just walk accordingly. Don likes to set a halfway timer, figuring our time out and our time back are about the same, so that usually works pretty good. Okay, how long is it to get to the school? 15 minutes, and we're supposed to be there at 12:10, between 12:10 and 12:20, so let's just say 12:15. So we need to leave here by 12. And it's 10:17. Don and I aren't remembering this restroom building being here, and I said, well, maybe the last time we were here, which was sometime last year, it was under construction. Renovated or something. It wasn't open. Apparently a lot of people have trouble with these locks, and the reason why is because you turn it the opposite of what you're used to on every other padlock you've ever turned. Instead of locking being towards the door jamb, it's away from the door jamb. So usually we generally walk this blue trail and then we come out either here or here to get over to the pedestrian bridge. But today we're gonna go out past the smokestack and then, you know, come back up on the blue trail as time permits. The museum building is way up here and we're not going inside today. Although they do have a blooming exhibit right now. It's all wildflowers, done in art, you know, a different media, not like actually blooming flowers. We talked about the smokestack the last time we were here. It's been left for the chimney sweeps. You can even see there's been some few select bricks that have been removed. That one, the entranceway is kind of damaged, but the tiles aren't damaged on some of the other ones. And the birds live inside of there, the chimney sweeps. They really need these old smokestacks. So mostly new construction around town leaves them in place. So this was made by Consolidated Chimney Company, Chicago, Illinois. It's very windy out here today. So unfortunately, some of the audio won't be great. I'm trying to block the wind. I'm sure it's not working very well. There's a whirligig, one of Ulmer Simpson's whirligigs. Wilson has a whole whirligig park with like 30 of them. They're gorgeous. They're beautiful works of art. They've been restored and people are trying to keep his heritage alive. We haven't been to the whirligig park in a while. We should go again this spring. We usually do the Whirligig Park and the Rose Garden on the same trip. was all focused in on the whirligig, and this noise was coming up behind me. I'm like, what was that? And it was 5 military helicopters. So I refocused myself. So this is the bee walk, and there are lots of bees with custom artwork bee hive designs here. Huh. I'm gonna go on the you don't bother them, they don't bother you. So Don has his weight vest on today, but I decided to carry the Canon 70D with the 300mm lens around my neck today for my weight. Not quite as heavy as the 10-pound weight vest, but it's, you know, definitely a noticeable weight.
Looks like the most uncomfortable bench I've ever laid eyes on. I think it's a torture device.
Sit on it, let's see.
Oh yeah, you don't want to sit here long.
Is it as bad as you thought?
It's as bad as I thought.
Dang, I ain't sitting. We had a very pleasant, almost entirely downhill walk over here to the pedestrian bridge. But at some point, you know, when you go down, you gotta go back up. Donnie, it's all uphill to the pedestrian bridge.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
You gotta really want to go out on it in order to walk this hill.
Yeah.
We've...
Bench wasn't so uncomfortable, I would have just sat there and let you go.
I don't think so. We saw one of those low to the ground, almost on your back bicycles come by a minute ago. What?
Recumbent.
We see one of those every time over here.
Yeah, probably the same guy.
Probably. I don't know how he times our once a quarter walk over here to always be when we're out, but... Alright, here we are. It's moving underneath my feet. It was moving a lot. I know it's supposed to have flexibility. That's what makes it hold up to high winds and stuff, but it's like being on a ship. They honked at me. Yeah, to put it in perspective, we're not too far from Crabtree Valley Mall here. And certainly Ruby and Jules go under this bridge pretty often. This is the 440 belt line, the inner belt line. Of course it was when I wasn't filming, but I saw a Model 3, an ID4, and a Lucid from up on the bridge. Our 50 minutes is up and we're on the return path, although we don't plan to walk the same way we came. How'd you like for Dr. Barnes to give you a chiropractic adjustment on that bench?
Yeah, that does actually look like an official torture device. These
We're
people
kind of
are
walking parallel to 440 and Reedy Creek here on our way over this bridge to get back to the main museum trail. I told Don we have to walk past the Stargate. It's actually 3 rings, and it's not what it's called, but that's, you know, sci-fi heads. We see it and we see Stargate, so I have to remember what the name of it is. There's no doubt with all the noise here that we're in the city, but it is still a lovely place to walk. You getting hot? Trying to get some rays? That looks really uphill.
All the way. See that smokestack? That's where we're heading.
I know, we got to make it to the smokestack. That's where the car is. All right, here's the first piece of artwork coming back up the hill, and there's quite a few headed back to the parking lot. Even this screened-in building structure in front of us is one of the pieces of art. This hill, it's a hill. You're gonna have to brave it in June or July enough to get me over here to the sunflowers. Yeah, but we don't have to walk the whole thing to come to the sunflowers. However, remember, it's just basically past the Stargate. It's called Wind Sculpture 2. Steel armature with hand-painted fiberglass resin cast. I think the sign for that is on the other side. The kids and I, you're allowed to go in it. And we've been in it before. It's, you know, kids think it's like a fort. It's fun. So I carried my camera today, but really having it in July is better because there'll be finches out here on the sunflowers and all kinds of interesting birds and things. So you can see the actual art museum building through the rings, and they're lit up at night. Gear, 1999, concrete colored with iron oxide, reinforced with steel, mottled with dirt residue from earth casting. Thomas Sire, the artist, used a backhoe to dig 3 elliptical trenches that he filled with concrete and steel. After a month, the crane lifted each ring from the ground and lowered it into place. Iron oxide was used to color the concrete and dirt embedded in its surface from the earth casting. I really do love it. I really do. We're out of time, otherwise I would want to go down to the pond. It's a great bird watching location and dragonfly location. But we are basically got enough time to walk to the car and that's it. Are a few other pieces of art here. There's one up here on the right. This looks like a person kind of keeled over. It's been here forever. They need to add a couple of new pieces of art out here. Certainly we have enough room out here for some more works of art. It's African-born artist Liddell Moe. This is from 2000 and it's called Collapse 1. The parking lot's just behind me now and we're good on time. This just begs to be a splash pad or at least a fountain. I kind of walk the circle, the Stargates in that direction. Smokestack, parking lot. I don't understand, but this is called Ernest and Ruth. Are you a speech bubble? Do you have a lot to say?
A lot to say.
Yeah, I bet you're liking sitting for a minute. It's hillier here than I remembered.
Yeah, well, I wanted to just make sure I say I love my pretty girl.
Aw, thanks for bringing me to the art museum today. He didn't hesitate.
There's a Kia.
There's a Kia.
That would be the...
Oh, this is a Volvo XC40 or... I don't know.
The grill is.
The grill looks suspicious. We'll go pay it more attention, both those cars more attention from the back. Well, if it's electric or not, it's definitely newish. Here's a 3 in front of us.
Tailpipe.
Recharge twin, it says. XC40. I told you it was an XC40. I remember from Kyle reviewing it.
So that's electric?
I think so. It says twin recharge, see? A recharge twin.
Well, this is the flat.
It says recharge up here on more badging on the side.
Well, I did not see an exhaust pipe.
Yeah.
I've been down. So I think it's there's a Tesla.
And this is a Nero. Yeah, I realized when I was at Guardian Angel Apex the other day that Hyundai and Kia were starting to interchange in my brain. I apologize for that. And here's an Ioniq 5. It was just around the corner. Shoot, I probably got the other side of it walking past it, filming it, and didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Well, let's face it, people that drive EVs might come to the art museum. It's kind of like going to Whole Foods.
Yeah, sort of the demographic fits.
Yep. Not stereotyping or pigeonholing or anything, but it is what it is. There's a Model Y. We just passed a Pacifica hybrid, the vehicle I was thinking of the other day when I saw the Toyota Sienna. We're driving the other half of the parking lot just to see if we can see any other EVs, because we have like 3 extra minutes before we need to get on the road. Why would we want to be early? Well, we weren't disappointed. We saw one Tesla and the Pacifica, which I actually haven't seen too many of that. Will you let Jules drive already? You're throwing me all over the place over here. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm wanting to check out the new roundabout.
Well, we went through the one back there, but I wasn't filming.
How come this not a roundabout?
To give them time and the ability to be more annoying.
Oh, I see it down here. This is the one of them they had to dig up. They put it in and then they had to take it back out because the pole was a power pole. So
more hump.
Yeah, more hump. Yeah, this is it. See that power pole right on the edge there?
Yeah.
Right across.
Well, they were over here this week fussing with it.
Yeah, the buses could not. It was bigger, and the buses couldn't go. They kept hitting that pole.
It's a blue Y parked on the right with the plate 3D printer, and then a silver Ioniq 5, and they were both parallel parked in that one little stretch there. I fell asleep for a few minutes, so I might have gotten quiet for a little while. I think Johnny might be snoozing too. Don's he's awake though. That's good.
Right, me and Jules.
Yeah, they're really redoing. Basically, they didn't knock it down, but they've replaced every board in the house. Maybe it was worse than they thought when they got in there. I don't know. You still have your ear on. Can you lift up one ear? Thank you. So there was an Amazon delivery. I don't know if you heard or not. I went and got it. And the driver looked like he was a 20-year-old straight out of 1968.
Great call.
I asked him, I said, I said to him, I'm waiting for my driver to show up in a Rivian. And he gave me a blank stare. And I said, you know what Rivian is, right? And he said, no. And I said, oh, they make electric vehicles. He goes, really? And I said, yeah, and they make a form factor very similar to the Mercedes or Dodge van. They're in, have a contract for Amazon to provide these vehicles. And he goes, huh. It boggles.
Doing it or living, sweetie.
I know it, but it boggles the mind that, I mean, I'd had no problems with it. Don't misunderstand. But if you think that everybody, even the company you work for, you don't know what your company's doing. That's a little scary. I mean, when IBM, they used to drag us to these quarterly 2-hour long state of the company. I mean, I remembered not wanting to go. But, the state of the business, what we're doing, where we're going, what our goals was, like once a quarter for an hour at least to try to inform us, to maybe possibly inform us about what our business was doing. But anyway, I guess they're in Colorado mostly. But still, someday we could have a Rivian, a driver show up in a Rivian.
Well, I think that part of the reason is there's no Rivian service center in North Carolina.
Right. Yeah.
So they're going to be slow coming to North Carolina. Georgia might get them first or something.
It's a good thing I don't need that cardboard box for anything important. She's tearing it. I've left it over there on the floor after my Legos came yesterday, and she's having a good time with it. She goes, I like this one, Mom. Not that it did much good, but I blew the driveway, the parking pad, up into the cul-de-sac till the battery died. I got most of it. It's just going to be covered again tomorrow. It's that time of year. Hey, buddy. Hi. Marty was asleep in the carport on the storage bin in front of the Odyssey, in front of the blue van. I didn't know when I went in there pretty hot and heavy with the blower, blowing stuff out the back. But he seems okay now. Johnny is dropped off at Taekwondo and headed to his father's house for the weekend. That was just a great maneuver. I'm headed back to the house straight away. I don't have anything I need to do in town, and Dawn was going to wash Ruby, so she'll stay in the garage tomorrow, and then we'll just dust her off Sunday for the meetup. She'll get a little bit of pollen on her even inside the garage this time of year, but not too much. But it's 84 out there right now. It's super warm. There's no reason not to, you know, go ahead and get her washed today. Dawn and I, we had a nap, and we had some tuna salad, and you know, we're not ready to have dinner yet, so we'll do a few things more this afternoon. Don was showing me how nice the hose he hooked up from that other power washer lays out. No kinks. It's nice and supple. It's long enough. It's all good.
All good.
Am I allowed to be excited when I see him put on his work clothes? He loves it when I get excited about him working. I have my buddy here with me. Hi. Hello. Good boy. This is my favorite part of the program. Not necessarily a necessary part of the program, but it sure does look cool. Since there's pink stuff in there, I'm thinking it's the O&R today. Not 100% sure though. You know, Dawn typically likes to use the chemical guy's lemon stuff. Or whatever one won't clog the foam cannon stuff. Smells good. Oh, that's right, bubble gum. Woo, bubble gum. I haven't snapped a Lego today. Are you going to help me? Are you? You're such a good girl. Hi. So this is what I'm going to build with the Tiger Kit box, or the 3-in-1 creator set, is this 31129 alternate build of the Easter Bunny. It looks a little bit like a Bionicle Easter Bunny. I think it uses some 500 and something of the 700 parts. And the idea with the alternate build is you just need the box and everything is in here, but you're not building what the box was designed for. Sometimes they'll add 1 or 2 parts, but they really try to keep it down, and they tell you that in the instructions. So I bought this Easter Bunny on Rebrickable. Wow, it's 6:40 already, really? I guess it's because it's so daylight outside. I heard the blower. I think Dawn's ready for help wiping the door jambs down.
Well, you know, they could tell it's spring when you see all the pollen pop the frunk after washing, and it's just yellow under there.
She still cleans up great, just like new. Got to get her in the garage before we have pollen and maple seed pods all over her, though. And we're watching Zach and Jesse's version 11 test. I think they're on the updated part of the new visualizations. Same route before and after the new update 11. Anyway, I've gotten to step 70 on the rabbit, and it's like 185 or something like that. So I'm stopping for tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow, most likely.